Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Multiple Streams Group, How to Make Money While You Sleep. We're going to touch on a bunch of stuff today. Man, we got this beautiful concept we want to go over with you guys. I'm Mario. This is Wes. This is our show. We do this twice a month, actually. Twice a month. What's up, buddy? You want to say hi to the camera? Hey! This is a future life designer right here. Actually, he's already a life designer. And a soccer player, if you can't tell.
I get out of here. Let's go.
So welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Like I said, tonight's Multiple Streams Group, How to Make Money While You Sleep. We're going to go over a very unique but well-known concept called Becoming the Bank. We have our subject matter expert, Mr. C. Ross, all the way out from Utah. Thanks for joining us tonight. He's going to go into a nice concept to really show you how to become your bank and become your own financer, so to speak.
Yeah, this is another stream of income, by the way. As you know, we're very big on that. And the idea is to get a hold of it as much as possible as far as streams of income is concerned. So Steve is out in Utah, very professional, very on point with this information, and he's going to display something nice for you. So the presentation he has, we want you to listen to it, watch it, and we're going to use this as a tool to basically, promote this concept because, not too many people really know about this concept actually. It's well known to a certain group of people, but not all the groups of people that we know. So if you're not privileged with the information, you will be privileged after this episode is over. Steve, what's up, brother? How we doing?
Doing good.
Doing good?
Yeah.
Good. And I know you got somewhere to be, after this. So, I want you to, get on and go ahead and do your thing because, you got to go.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Ross.
And Steve,
all right.
Feel free to go over your expertise, what you specialize in, break down your background a little bit, and just give yourself some weight.
So you promoting yourself, that's how you win, right?
That's it. Absolutely.
So I've been in the financial services industry for almost 20 years now. I was a part of a company for 12 years, built up a book of business, was successful, walked away from it to start over and build something that I felt was more lucrative and more important for people. And that's where kind of this be your own bank. And not that I created the concept, because it like you guys were saying, it's been out there, but it's not mainstream, and it's not like you just show up at your job and they say, hey, why don't you start investing money in your 401k, right? That's what most people do. They have a 401k at work, not because they believe it's really the best thing for them per se. It's the best thing that's been presented to them, right? So what's unfortunately in the world today, there aren't a bunch of people in the financial industry knocking on your door saying, hey, these are what your options are, And so this is we wanted to start showing this banking strategy to the masses, right? And not just have it be to a few. And so I'll probably share my screen and go through a quick little kind of presentation to introduce this concept.
Do your thing, Steve. Do your thing.
Feel free.
But anyway, that's a little bit about me. I am a founding partner of my company with some partners, and like I said, I've been 20 years of experience. So with that, let me share my screen here, and we'll start with this concept. Here we go. All right. Okay. So if you were to, when it comes to saving money or planning and, building and all that kind of stuff, the building wealth, I should say, you want to build this, we're all building this financial house, whether we know it or not, right? We're saving, we're planning, we're doing so, we're building this financial house. But we all know and all would agree that really, if you want to have a strong financial house, you got to have a strong foundation first, right? And so the elements of a strong financial house are you got to have savings, investments, and insurance to be able to build upon. And this banking concept is something that I feel is a foundational type of thing, because this foundation needs to be strong. If you have nothing wrong with, like, say, a 401k or an IRA or any of these types of things, but if you're or real estate, I mean, all these things are good things to do. There isn't really one thing that's better than the other, but let's say your 401k was the thing that you were really building upon, like you're banking on that as your main source of, say, retirement income or whatever else. Well, what happens when the market tanks like it did earlier this year? I mean, is that foundation still strong, or is that shaken a little bit? Is it, and so you can build. So if you can build upon a strong foundation, you can have a room of a 401k, you can have a room of real estate, you can have a room of these things. And if any one of them don't really work out as planned, the whole house doesn't crumble, right? I've seen a ton of people in different industries, put everything into one basket. I don't really like that term, putting everything in one basket, but like in 2008, I had lots of real estate investors that their whole foundation was real estate. The market crashed and they lost everything. They didn't just lose a little bit, but they lost everything, right? We don't want to do that. So this banking principle is what I feel is a foundation that you can build upon to build that strong financial house, right? So with that being said, the first principle that we need to understand is, what are banks doing with their money, right? Because when we deposit money into the bank, it really builds their reserves, right? It becomes their money, And so what happens is, let's say you have this local bank here, let's say let's just use a number, let's throw out a number, $100 million. Let's say they have $100 million. Well, instead of lending out that $100 million in the way of mortgages, car loans, credit cards, things like that, what happens is they end up going to the Federal Reserve and they say, hey, can I use my money to back up a loan from you guys? And they say, sure. And they end up sending them over the money, right? And so now that, let's say the bank has $200 million, 100 they borrowed, 100 that they have on reserve. Well, they still don't lend out their money, because they need to have it there in case you and I come to the bank and say, hey, we want to take money out of our account. They need to have that money there. So what they start lending out is this money here that they've borrowed. Okay. And so that's why when we borrow from the bank, they give us money with interest, but we get this structured payment plan you have to qualify for with credit and all these other kinds of things, because they need to make sure that you can make your payment so they can make their payment, right? And so what happens is, most people would agree that this actually is a very successful way to make money, that banks make a ton of money using this kind of a strategy, and it works. So the question then becomes, can we do it? Are there companies that will lend us money like the Federal Reserve does with the banks? And the answer is yes. Insurance companies are willing to do that. And so what you can do is you can start building your own account, building your own reserves. As you build your own reserves, what happens is that you have the money in your account with the insurance company. You have the insurance company, and let's say you want to make a purchase, or let's call these books a student loan. You want to pay off a debt. Okay, this was a normal bank account. What would happen is that you'd have to take the money out of the account and go pay off the debt. So you no longer have the debt, but you also no longer have the money in your account, right? That's just kind of how it works. Pretty straightforward. But what if you could keep the money in the account and still pay off the debt? Well, just like the bank says, hey, Federal Reserve, you now can say, hey, insurance company, can I use my money to back up a loan from you guys? And they say, sure, and they give you the money out of your own pocket, right? And you go pay off the student loan, while 100% of your money stays in the account, continuing to grow and generate interest, right, for the rest of your life. You don't lose anything there. Now, one of the gotchas is whatever they gave you here is now unspendable over here. But the key to the principle is that 100% of the money is still in your account, still growing and generating interest, right? Where the alternative is that the money's gone, never to give you anything ever again, Okay. The other thing is that borrowing from an insurance company is different than a bank. Okay. They still give you money with interest, but they give you this unstructured payment plan. There's no qualifying or credit. What I mean by unstructured is there's technically not any required, there's not a required monthly payment. Right? You can pay this back however you want, whenever you want, with whatever you want. In fact, if you do it the right way, it can pay itself back automatically when you pass away. Right? So it's different than borrowing from a bank. And so how do we do this? Like, this is the concept of how do we do this? When we talk about insurance company, what are we talking about? Well, specifically, we're talking about life insurance. There's certain types of life insurance policies that you can create that or get that will be able to create this banking system. And so let's talk about life insurance for a second. Because if this was the insurance risk curve, age 0, age 100, and this is kind of the cost, right, associated with it, it gets more expensive over time. The first type of insurance is what we call term. Now, this is what most people use. It's the cheapest. It's the most common. And what we mean by term is that it's temporary, that it's only covers you for a certain period of time or term. It could be the term of your employment. It could be a certain number of years, right? Bottom line is wherever you start on the curve that's going to be your cost, and at some point it ends. Right. And then if you still want the policy, you got to get a new one and pay some higher cost. Right. Which is why some people like whole life policies, where with whole life, it has a fixed cost as well. Right. But compared to term, it's usually more expensive. Okay. But there's a hybrid in the middle called universal. And the reason why I call it a hybrid is because it has more of a term. It has more of a term-like cost, but also covers you for your whole life. Okay, so it's kind of a hybrid. So, and it does have somewhat of an increase in costs over time, but not this exponential type of an increase. So, if we were to pay $100 in premium to this type of a plan, now this is not 100% accurate to any one case. It's just to illustrate a point. But for this $100, maybe 80 of your 100 goes towards paying for that life insurance, that death benefit that you might have, right? But there is a savings portion to it. You can build up a savings inside this, and in this example, 20 of your 100 is going towards the savings. That 20 is going to get maybe 3 to 6% inside of that whole life policy. Whereas with the universal, because it's structured different, the cost is maybe you pay $30 for the cost, which leaves 70 to go towards the savings. And type thing. So a lot more of your money potentially goes towards the savings. Whereas with term, you pay 20, the least of all, but there is no attached savings. So this is where the philosophy of buy term and invest the difference comes into play, right? Where it's the idea is I'm going to pay the least amount I can for the insurance, take the difference, $80 that I have left. If I invest it, say in the market, historically, I'm going to get way better than 3 to 6%. So not only is more of my money being invested, it's actually probably going to get a better return over time, right? And so, but if I add the word index in front of universal, now I actually can get that buy term invest the difference concept, because now my 70 in this case is going to grow based off of market indexes. And when I talk about indexes, what I'm talking about is say the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ. These are what we call market indexes. So your money can be based off of things like that. And by combining it with the insurance policy, you get some additional perks that you don't get otherwise. And one of which is that it's actually guaranteed against loss, right? You can't go backwards. So you can, and depending on the company, on the upside, you may have a cap, but we have access to companies where you don't have a cap. And what I mean by a cap is every year you potentially have a ceiling of the maximum amount of money you can gain. Okay. Like I said, we have access to companies that have no ceiling, but I want to show you an example, the power of, even if you had a cap, the fact that you never lose, what that does for you. Because losing money hurts you more than making money helps you. right? And so if we look at the market over the last 20 years, you can see that all the green years are all the down years, and there's only 6 of them. So there's only 6 down years out of 20. So very few down years. The rest are up, and a lot of these are up well over 10%. So great returns in the up years, very few down years. 100 grand turns into 274. You almost 3 times your money. But what if we just eliminated the losses, right? You eliminated the losses, even if you capped out the gains, right? Type of a thing. So instead of getting 17.3, you got 14.5, but instead of losing 19, you got 0. That same 100 grand turns into 493. Now you 5 times your money. And in the same market over the same period of time, only real difference is that instead of, say, losing here, you stayed flat where you're at. But when it started growing, you started growing from here versus down here, where you're just trying to recover what you lost. Right? I mean, this one recovery here took 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It took 5 years just to get back to where you were right here. Right. And if you go from basically 2000 to 2007, that's talking about a 7-year turnaround. You know, we don't have that kind of time to wait just to recover. Right. Because by this time, we're already way up here growing the money, where these guys are just recovering. And then guess what happened? There was another downturn and they lost it all again. You know, so anyway, to kind of recap. First of all, you have this banking principle where you can utilize a life insurance policy to be able to create your own bank, because you can use it to back up the money, just like I kind of described earlier. Okay, but then if the money is in an account like this, where I can actually get real market growth, but without the typical market risks, man, now you have something that's actually pretty unique and special. But the thing is, this isn't even where the magic is. The real magic in this whole thing is the power of taking a loan against your account. Where did my cursor go? Taking the loan against your account versus a withdrawal out of your account. Okay? Because if we took any kind of traditional investment, it doesn't matter what it is, but you take withdrawals when you use it versus loans against. Let's look at something here. So if somebody saves $500 a month at 7% for 30 years, it would grow to $566. So now let's say they're retired and, they want to take $67,000 a year as their income from their investment they built up. Well, depending on taxes, that money's gone in 7 to 13 years, right? So saved it for 30, gone in an average of 10. Whereas with this Index Universal Life, IUL, same money in, but let's say it only grows to 523 instead of 566, because a portion of that 500 was paying for a life insurance policy that you're not paying for over here, right? But it's not how much you accumulate, it's how much you get to spend that makes the difference, right? Because aren't we just saving and investing today to spend it later, right? So if I want the account that's going to help me spend the most money, not so much always, it's the unconscious idea that, hey, if I accumulate more money, that means I'm also going to be able to spend more. That doesn't always work out in every situation, right? So here we take a $67,000 loan against our account instead of withdrawal out of our account. And the difference is we now are able to take that money for the rest of our life, tax-free, all with the same money out of pocket. Right? That's not even including kind of the other the other principles that we just talked about, where you can utilize it while it's growing for other investments, to pay off debts, to make purchases, to do different things, right? This is just showing kind of a retirement scenario. Okay. And so, so going back to the house, building a financial house, why do I feel that this banking strategy and this Index Universal Life is a foundation that you can build upon? It's because, one, you can get market-based returns. It can be guaranteed against loss. You don't have to pay tax as it grows. You don't have to pay tax when you use it. It's liquid, meaning there's not age stipulations and penalties that you have to worry about. And there's life insurance that actually, if the worst case scenario, you passed away, money comes back into the house to keep it strong, right? And so anyway, with that, that's the concept, you know. So I don't know what.
Thank you, my brother.
So I know, Steve, that you have a lot more in-depth detail to, you can go over and things of that nature. This is kind of a rundown, an overview of the concept. I know anyone who's listening has a bunch of questions. And while Steve's still here for the next few minutes or so, ask away. Who has a question? I know, like I said, you have a lot of questions, and I have some questions too I can ask. But I want to kind of open up the floor and see who has a question about everything Steve covered tonight, because, it sounds complex. It may sound complex, but it really isn't. It's really, really simple. And it's things that, tons of people are doing right now. You know what I mean? And it's in essence a way to really borrow against your own money without having to pay any lenders, any banks, and you're paying the interest back to yourself. So who do we have here? Jennifer, we have Mr. Frank. We have a gentleman that is actively at work on a forklift, it appears. Tuned in. I like that.
Who's that?
Yes.
I'll meet your mic.
What's up, fella?
How you doing? What's your name?
Rue.
Rue, what's up, Rue?
What's up, Mario?
What's up, brother? Oh, so you joined in. That's what I'm talking about. Haven't seen you in a while.
So you get bad at times. I'll be wanting.
It's all good. So Steve, really quick, my question, I guess, for you is if you could touch on the whole when you spoke about when you never lose. How when the market goes down, you talked about you don't lose any money. What was that?
Yeah.
What was that little quote that you said? When you lose, what was it?
Losing money hurts you more than making money helps you.
Making money. Yeah, if you could touch on that little thing right there, because I think that's very important. Because, like I said, you will never lose with this concept. So that's pretty interesting to me.
And the other question is, like, what type of customers or clients or type of people that can literally buy into this where not too much money, who doesn't have too much of an income, but is looking for an opportunity to make more income?
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, at the end of the day, if you have $100, you could put a plan together, right? $100 a month, you could put a plan together. Now, obviously, the more money you put in, and you can put in, the more you're going to benefit from it, type of a thing. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't take tons of money to get it started, right? And I think the key is always about getting started versus waiting for that perfect time, right?
Right.
And so, because this can be adjusted and you can increase it and make adjustments as you go along, right? But the key is getting started, and you could get started for as little as $100 a month into a plan like this. And so, but going back to the question of the no loss, yeah, it's a unique structure of how they're able to do that. And I could go on another 15 minutes if I wanted to, but it's actually, you don't really need to. The bottom line is the reason why they can guarantee it against loss is because they're technically not investing it directly into that index. So because they're not directly investing into the index, they're not really ever experiencing the loss themselves. They're just using that index as a basis for what the interest they're going to give you. Right.
So if I accumulated $20,000 into this particular account, so you mean I can use that? Let's say I can borrow against that $20,000. That $20,000 stays in my account still, doesn't go anywhere, but I got a loan against it. And then let's say if I'm buying a house or utilize it as a down payment, or maybe even a car, I buy a car cold cash because I got the loan for it. So when it's time to pay back this money, I'm paying whoever I'm getting the credit from cash, but I'm paying back the insurance company the money, but which is in actuality my money, and I'm still getting interest with it. I'm getting actually paid off the interest, paying myself back.
Paying yourself back the interest, in essence.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Well, I think an easy way to conceptualize this, because we relate to this maybe more, is let's think of this like a home and a mortgage, right? The value of my home has nothing to do with my mortgage, right? But my mortgage determines what my equity is, how much value I get back if I was to cancel or to sell it, right?
Right.
And it's the same, works the same way in this account, right? So I have this home and I take out this line of credit, this home equity loan from it, right? And so as long as the value of my home continues to grow, I could continue to take these home equity loans and still own it, right? The value of my home is still increasing, right? It's still growing. I'm not backwards. I'm not upside down, right? But if I wanted to sell it, then I'm not going to get back the 100% of the value. They're going to pay back the mortgage first, then give me the difference. It's the same thing here. What we're doing is our account value. We're just using our account value and we're taking a line of credit from the insurance company, and the insurance company is saying, hey, your account value is going to back up this loan, so that if you pass away, what's going to happen is we're going to take our money back with interest and give you the difference, plus the death benefit, right? The death benefit's separate. Yeah, the life insurance. But we're going to take our money back and give you the difference.
When you say account value, it's pretty much what you have in your account, So if you have 20,000, 30,000, 10,000 in your account, they're going to match that.
500,000, right?
500,000, they're going to match it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they'll give you in a form of a loan up to the value of your account, right?
Your account,
so
right. And is that liquid? Is that like
It's liquid.
that has to be liquid cash in your account, correct?
well, it's all by liquid, it's all liquid, right? I mean, it's all available. Now there is one gotcha in the beginning, in the very beginning of your policy. The one gotcha, and this applies to any life insurance policies. You're not 100% vested in your account value, so you're not going to have 100% access to it up front. But it doesn't mean that the money isn't there. 100% of your money, though, is there, growing, compounding, generating interest for you. It's just that you don't have 100% access up front to be able to loan and take it to make purchases and pay off debts and retire or whatever you want to do it. That's only gotcha. And that's where my expertise comes into play to help structure a plan that's going to work best for you to meet your needs and your goals and all that kind of stuff. But yes, absolutely. In concept, yeah. I mean, it's whatever's in your account is available to utilize for however you want. The insurance company isn't going to ask you like, well, what are you using this for? Right? You just request the loan and they send you a check. Right? It's that simple.
So that money in your account freezes, so to speak. You don't have 100% access to it, but they go ahead and give you the check for the amount that you requested, and then when you start to make those payments back, it's going right back to you.
But it's still accumulating interest.
And it's still accumulating interest, right? Gotcha.
Yeah. So once again, go back to the home and the mortgage scenario, right? If you have a mortgage, you're still making a payment, even though you could pay extra and pay it down quicker, right? So you're still making your contributions that are building your account in the sense. And you can make payments as well to pay down the loan, which then increases the amount of money you have available for the next thing.
And and even if you wasn't paying into it, it's automatically taken away from you because of the interest that you're accumulating, or over time it's just the loan pays itself. I think you was touching base on that.
Yeah, so if you stop making contributions to the policy altogether, what's going to happen is they're going to take that small insurance cost out of your account. They're just going to, and it's going to continue to pay for itself. So there could be a point where you stop contributing altogether, and it just funds itself, right? But you'd still have access to whatever money is in there to be able to use in the future.
Gotcha.
So that's one concept, becoming the bank. But now, if I'm an individual and I like this and I want to create this, make this as a stream of income, and maybe I want to do the business just like any other person and just bring people to the table, how do you go about that? Yeah,
so we're structured as a company in a way just like kind of a real estate brokerage. If a lot of people relate to that, where there's a difference between being an agent and a broker, right? A broker can go out and build an organization, build a team, and that's the advantage of being the broker, right? Versus just the agent. Well, there is that kind of an opportunity with us. If you wanted to get licensed, we can train you. We can train you, and you could go out and you could share this same kind of stuff with other people and be able to make money and commissions and build it. And if you wanted to build an organization, you could, right? As big as you want or as small as you want, doesn't matter.
Okay. Now, really quick, going back to the policy, paint me, I don't know how much, you got a few minutes? You still got a few minutes you can talk?
I got a couple more minutes, yeah.
All right, really quick, just paint for me a picture of maybe one of your most recent clients, or maybe somebody in the past that's had the policy, has the policy, and said, listen, I want to do something. I want to borrow against my policy. What was their process? What did they do? How did they? What did they use it for? Maybe it's a client that's been doing this for maybe 10 years, been invested for 10 years, and just kind of paint me a picture of that client's process and what they're doing now with that. Sure.
I think a great story that comes to mind. This is so the numbers here, don't get intimidated by these numbers, because this guy puts away a lot of money.
We're not afraid of numbers here, Steve. We like big numbers. We love big numbers.
So I have a particular client that he's a real estate investor, and he puts in $140,000 a year into his plan, and he takes majority of that back as a loan and goes invest it into real estate, right? So as an example of something he did recently within the last year is that he bought a personal home, right? And he needed $120,000 for the down payment. And instead of taking that out of his own cash or borrowing it from somewhere, or line of credit or whatever, he actually took it from his policy, paid the down payment. By doing that, he kept the $120,000 continuing to grow and generate interest for him in the house. He also and then so the kind of interesting is between the time that he did that and put down the money, the time the loan closed and everything, he was able to. There was like this 5-car garage that he wasn't going to use. He turned it into like an indoor sport court, banquet hall type of a thing, right? Well, so when he went to go get his home appraised at the closing, it actually appraised for $120,000 more than what he bought it for. So he immediately was able to take a home equity line of credit from that, went and paid the loan off on his insurance policy.
Nice.
Right.
Like
and
that,
so,
yeah.
But it gave him the ability he had the money right then. He just requested it. They sent him a check. He made the down payment, and he didn't have to worry about it. He didn't have to worry about making payments on $120,000. He didn't have to worry about like the time.
Having credit.
Right. That was my next thing. Credit situation.
Exactly. He didn't have to have credit. He didn't have to fill out a bunch of paperwork, qualifying, verifying his income or anything. He just filled out a 1-page thing, said, hey, I want this money. And they said, great. And they sent him the check. Right. Beautiful. And then the loan took about 6 months to actually close. He didn't have to worry about a single payment that he had to make. And then the beautiful thing is his home appraised for higher, and he just turned around and paid it right off. No problem.
What a good life. Good story.
Awesome. Well,
right.
I know you gotta go, man.
Stevie, I know you gotta go. If you don't mind just dropping your information in the chat really quick so people can, anyone who has a question can go ahead and
real quick, anybody got a question before Steve goes, because he really has to run. But
he has to meet with that client he was just talking about. No, I'm joking.
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Absolutely. The wonderful Jennifer's here with us.
Sorry about that. Because I'm cooking, I'm moving around the kitchen. So
it's all good. It's all good. You're here.
What about folks that we're not looking for the 30 years out, because we're like there sooner.
Sure. Well, at the end of the day, you can only do what you can do, right? And so you just got to look at case by case basis and say, hey, this is the time frame I have, and this is how much I can contribute. And you just have to design a plan around that, right? Obviously, the younger you are, the less money you have to save to get a bigger result. I mean, the only 2 ways to overcome time is contribution and higher return, right? So the index universal life gives you the chance to get the much higher return than most other policies without the typical risk. And depending on what you can contribute, you just have to be realistic on what you're going to get based off of what you can contribute. But at the end of the day, if you compare it to the alternative, right? If you took that same dollar and invested it, say, somewhere else, you could do a side-by-side comparison and see what one works out better, you know.
So if I have $100,000 and I dump it into this account that's going to grow in interest, what's the max or the minimum? What kind of interest can I get out of this? And what type of money what type of return can I see from this?
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously going to be at the mercy of what the indexes do. So any 1 year is going to be different. But because I mean, before the market went down the beginning of this year, I had clients getting 19, 22% in this type of an account, right?
It's incredible.
Yeah. So you can get the great returns, but you know, once again, I would say that you're not
going to lose, basically, though.
Yeah, you're not going to lose, and so we have historical averages of around 10+%. You know, some lower depending on what index you use, but you know, 10 to 13%. We have indexes that have historically done 10 to 13% over the last.
And that's like throughout the year or a quarter. Like what's the time frame for these things?
Like those 15 years is what I'm. Over the last 15 years, we have indexes that have done 10 to 13%.
Nice.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
the market right now is not great anyway. So this would be the time to buy in, right? You buy in low and then it increase with the market.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Did that answer your question, Jennifer?
She's probably cooking.
Yes. Yeah, I'm cooking. Yes. Thank you. I was wondering also about the payout. So maybe I missed that part, but so I was curious about I'm not even sure how to ask, but you know, you get a $1 million policy, a $500,000 policy, like that goes with how much you contribute or how long out it goes. So if you're looking at
the life insurance is your benefit day one, right? So whether it's a $500,000 policy, $1 million policy, if something was to happen to you, boom, that gets paid out to the family, right? That you don't have to like build that up.
That's like creating an estate instantly.
Yeah. So the life insurance portion will pay out day one, and even if you've only made one premium payment, you know, like it pays out, right? So the life insurance is going to be there. What we're talking about is building up the cash account in addition to that life insurance that you can then utilize, because the life insurance itself is not like a line of credit. There's no value to that unless you pass away, right? It's a value to your family.
All right.
Awesome. We can, like I said, we can go over it. Steve has to run. Steve, I appreciate you taking time. His information is in the chat right now. So if you want to contact him, definitely give him a call, ask the questions, or call us, tune in with us. We can put it together. We can put it together for you. But definitely a great concept, Steve. I appreciate you for coming out, of course. And we'll talk soon.
Okay, perfect. Hey, appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it, Steve. Thanks.
All right, so we got another form of stream of income coming in. This is one of our heavy hitters as well. Our entire network is part of it. Our entire family is part of it. I mean, we created a lifestyle around it, and a lot of people are benefiting from this. So, and we are changing a lot of lives because of it, because it has to do with health and wealth. You know, you can definitely increase your health and increase your wealth through this particular stream of income. So, that being said, we do have.
Can I add on to Russell?
What was that, Blake?
I want to add on to that because I think that you can hear me. The important thing that I just got from that conversation was that it works with the index. And right now, the way the pandemic has hit us and the stocks are like falling, this is like that's like a no-brainer to jump in because you ain't got no choice but to win because the stocks are gonna get better as soon as we get the cure here. I think now is better than a year from now or better than months from now. Jump 100%.
In there. Absolutely, yeah, no. For sure. Now is the time, you know, and we keep saying that. Now is the time, and now is the time for a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's really a reset button to really start thinking about how we're going to be prosperous, getting out of this pandemic and all that stuff. So right now, everyone's in tune, and like Wes was saying, you know, we have to make sure we take care of every aspect. You know, we got to take care. How many of us, you know, have been maybe fallen into a slump when it comes to health. You know, maybe during this pandemic, we've been staying home and kind of just, just being lazy maybe and making excuses. Oh, I'm home. It's a vacation. And 1 week turned into 2 weeks of slacking, and then 3 weeks turned into 3 months. And next thing you know, we're 8 months into this pandemic, and we look back and we're like, wow, you know, I'm really not where I need to be health-wise. So like Wes was saying, this next presenter is going to talk to you about how we can remain healthy, take care of our bodies, you know, because it's our temple. You know, that we only have one.
That's before wealth, actually. If you don't have health, like how you gonna enjoy your wealth anyway? And it really doesn't matter after that. I mean, you can do it for your family, but really, in actuality, why not be in position to enjoy all that stuff?
Absolutely. You don't want to be in that position and can't enjoy it with your family. So this is my beautiful sister, his wonderful wife. His beautiful wife. Miss Noli Musignac. I'll let her come in here. She's going to talk to you. She's very excited to be here, and I am super excited for her to be here because, I mean, we are all involved with this program, and it's going to be amazing. So, without further ado,
it's me. Hi, everyone. My name is Noli. Most of you should know who I am. I'm Wes's wife, Mario's sister, as he mentioned. And hi, Jennifer. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit about Herbalife. Usually when I talk about, just real quick, who has heard of Herbalife? Drop an emoji, give me a wave, anything. A lot of people have heard of Herbalife. Herbalife has been around for 40 years. It's our 40-year anniversary. So when you're around for 40 years, that's an indication you're doing something right? The company does really well. The products are phenomenal. That's what made me fall in love with the company itself. What I'm going to start off doing is I'm going to show you a short video about the money aspects of Herbalife, and then I'll go into my favorite parts is the goodies. So give me a second to share my screen.
Rue, I see you out there, man. You're hustling, you're working.
I see that, I know.
Man, this is multitasking at its finest right here, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I would not want to be liable if he did something with that forklift.
Where are you, Rue? You down in Atlanta, right? You down south? I don't know if he's unmuted.
ATL, baby. I'm getting off right now.
Nice.
He's up.
I'm about to lock up.
Calm down.
Okay.
Hi, congratulations on your decision to learn more about how you can potentially make money with Herbalife Nutrition. If you just watched our Herbalife intro clip, then we've already met. And if not, my name's Jake, and I'm so grateful to be able to share with you the multiple areas of income that you can potentially earn with Herbalife Nutrition. And so let's talk about what you do as a distributor. So to grow your business, we find customers. These are people that want to look better and feel better. We also find preferred members. These are really customers with a discount. And we also find independent distributors and supervisors. These are people that want to help people and make money. So let's go through the potential areas of income that you can have access to with Herbalife Nutrition. First up is retail profits. And we'll go through a hypothetical example. Let's say you make a $200 sale on the earn base to a customer. In the beginning, as a distributor, you're at a 25% profit level. So when you make that $200 sale, you can profit $50. And you have the opportunity to work your way to a 50% profit level. So now you make the same $200 sale, you're gonna profit $100 from the sale to that customer. And obviously, you want more than one customer. So let's say in this example, you have 10 customers. At that 25% profit level, you're gonna profit more than $500. And 10 customers at that 50% level, you're looking at $1,000 in retail profits. So maybe you're wondering, well, where do I find these customers? Well, you'll actually get to work with the company and your coach to learn the different daily activities that you can fit into your lifestyle. And you'll probably pick 2 or 3 methods based on your goals. One of the ways we get new customers is by posting on social media and then having conversations that lead to new customers. We also do invitations and flyers and ads. And we do these really fun shake parties and spa events in the community. We also do business in-services where we sample the products at local businesses. And if you want to, you can talk to people that you know and care about. I was actually able to help my little brother lose weight on the products. And I actually met my wife by inviting her in for a shake and a tea. And like every business, we do grand openings. This is a great way to get the word out about your new business in the community. And maybe you love to work out. We even do fitness camps. This is a fun way to invite people to work out and then introduce them to the Herbalife nutrition products. The next area of potential income that you can earn with Herbalife Nutrition is wholesale profits. And this is really cool because these are people that order directly from the company and you then can get a check from Herbalife Nutrition. So in this hypothetical example, again, you're a supervisor at 50%. And you can earn up to 25% profit from your new and existing preferred members and up to 25% profit from your new and existing distributors. So we'll use that same example. Let's say you have an order of $200 on the earn base. Maybe you have 10 preferred members that each order $200 in products. You can now receive a wholesale check for $500 profit. And you have 10 distributors that each sell one $200 program. Your wholesale check from their sales is another $500 profit. So that's $1,000 in wholesale checks from the company. All right, so we've talked about retail profits, and we've talked about wholesale profits. So now let's talk about the third potential area of income that you can have access to with Herbalife Nutrition, royalties. And we'll use the same hypothetical example. You're a supervisor at 50%. And as you're sponsoring other distributors, some of them are going to want to get to 50% as well. Not all of them will. It's going to take hard work and dedication and skill, but over time, it may be your goal to build a team of supervisors. Access to a 5% royalty check for up to 3 levels of your team of supervisors. And so in this one example, your team of supervisors in your first 3 levels does a combined $20,000 in documented volume of sales, and you will earn a royalty override check of $1,000. In order to earn royalties, you need to build a team of supervisors under you. And to find your key people who do the work, you may need to sponsor 10, 20, or 30. And again, it takes time and consistent work and skill and dedication. But over time, some people may create access to the 4th stream of potential income with Herbalife, which is a production bonus. And as you reach higher levels in the sales and marketing plan, you become eligible to earn a monthly bonus from 2 to up to 7% on your entire organization. And again, royalties and bonuses are received by those at the higher levels of the sales and marketing and are not typical. If you're interested in learning about typical earnings, you can see the SAGC at herbalifenutrition.com/SAGC. Now let's talk about your ultimate goals. You know, maybe you want to make retail profits. Maybe you're interested in wholesale profits, or maybe you have some bigger goals of a royalty income and a production bonus. Maybe potentially you're interested in earning all of those areas of income. So now let's talk about your potential starting options. Maybe right now, your goal is to look better and feel better, and you want to get started on the products as a customer. Or maybe you're interested in getting started as a distributor to earn some extra income. To get started as a distributor, it's $94.10 plus tax, shipping, and handling, and you're going to now have access to a ton of training materials and tools and a shopping website for your customers. So it's clear, we have great products and a great earnings opportunity. And honestly, I love this company. I love being able to help people with their product results, being able to help people with their earnings opportunity and develop their confidence. And I'm so excited for you to start your journey. So get back with your coach and welcome to Herbalife Nutrition.
All right. That was our little video. Let me see if I can gain control of this again. Okay, everybody. Nope, you can't see me. Yeah? Okay, so that was Herbalife. And I don't know about you guys, definitely not about you guys, but my favorite part about talking about my specific expertise is that my stream of income has 4 streams of income. I don't know what they're talking about over there, but I have 4 different ways for you to gain income with Herbalife. So you've gotten the gist of how the marketing plan works. So I'm going to talk to you now a little bit about the different products that we have. You might have thought that the product lines are basically just to lose weight, which they are phenomenal for weight loss. I started the products after I had my second child. That second one will do a number on our bodies, right, ladies? So I started the products. After a year, I saw, even before a year, but after a year, when I started to look at the differences in, what I looked like last year, what I look like this year, I saw so many differences, and you don't see them, daily as you're going by. And the best part about the weight loss with Herbalife, it's 80% nutrition, 20% working out. Got it. 20% working out. So you can literally just go for walks every day, but still be feeding your body the proper nutrition and lose weight. There are, again, so many different products. That's a little bit about the losing the weight. We have products to help you gain weight. There are people who want to gain weight. They want to add muscle. They want to add a little oomph to their oomph. We have products that will help you gain weight. We also, once you are at your weight, you're at your ideal weight. You've gained as much as you wanted to. You lost as much as you wanted to. Now what? Do you stop the products? No, you still have to feed your body the right nutrition that it's now used to. So you have products to help you maintain your weight. So moving aside from our body goals, we also have several vitamins and supplements. We have ladies' vitamins, we have gentlemen's vitamins, we have vitamins and supplements that are geared directly towards our heart. How many of us are having problems in this day and age with our heart? We have a specific product that I always love to plug. It's called Nightworks. And this product won a Nobel Prize because it is scientifically proven to assist in preventing heart attacks in your sleep. Like, it's working while you're sleeping. Talk about making money while you're sleeping. We're getting healthy while we're sleeping. So we have the vitamins and the supplements. We have a great skincare line, our body washes, our lotions. We have a great acne skincare line. We have so much. There is so much that I could literally go on for days telling you about the different products. These shakes themselves, my favorite shakes, I have several favorite shakes. But it's important that I stress that if you've had a protein shake before, you've probably had a wonderful glass of vanilla flavored cardboard, right? Or maybe nice chocolate flavored cardboard. Or let's switch it up. Let's add that strawberry flavored cardboard. These shakes, I don't understand how they're so delicious. They don't taste like cardboard. They are super flavorful. They're super filling. You can do different things with the shake products as well. My business partner, Mario's wife, she did a number on me. She made me some Herbalife donuts that were made with the protein shakes and the Formula One. She made some chocolate Herbalife donuts for me. So each of those donuts, if I had 4 donuts, that's 1 shake. And I made an Herbalife ice cream, which is literally just the shake, made thicker, put in the freezer, make a nice little ice cream out of it. I took that Herbalife donut and put that Herbalife ice cream on top. The best part is that when I was done with my donut and my ice cream, I looked at the other donut and knew that it was healthy and I could have that other donut. So where in the world do you ever get to do that? It's important to me when I'm putting things in my body. Yes, we want it to make your body feel good. Yes, we want to get the right nutrition, but nobody wants to eat nasty stuff. Everything that I've had is delicious. We have protein snacks. Blake's on the line. He'll probably chime in on those, that lemon crack that he calls, that lemon chocolate crack, the lemon chocolate bar that you have as a protein snack, and it's a Snickers. It literally is a Snickers. There are tons of things. So I don't want to talk your ear off because I will stay here all day long, and I know it's 7:30 at night. So if you guys have any questions on Herbalife itself, on the products, on getting started, go ahead and unmute yourself now. I'm also going to drop some info in the chat before tonight is over so that we can get in touch with either joining as a distributor and getting that money, or joining as a preferred member, just to get your body right, or if you know someone else who needs to get their body right, or if you want to maintain what you already have. Questions? Anybody? Don't be
Wait, I
shy.
got a question. So you telling me you had ice cream and you had donuts and you had vitamins with your ice cream and donuts, so it was completely healthy?
It was completely healthy. My donut was made out of an Herbalife shake. So literally the only thing that was added extra was maybe a little bit of flour. And Stephanie uses almond flour. So I had almond flour added to my shake. We baked that and made donuts. Then I took my shake, another shake, blended that just a little thicker than usual, put it in the freezer, put the donut in the microwave. It sounds so fat, and I'm so proud to say it too. Put the donut in the microwave, let it get gooey, put the ice cream on top, and this is all Herbalife products. And at the end of the day, after I had a scoop of ice cream and a donut, I still only had half of the shake. So you can literally have ice cream and donuts for dinner.
With vitamins, right?
With vitamins. So our products, they come with, good point. Each Formula One meal comes with 21 vitamins. It's literally vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Everything that you could possibly need for your body is in these shakes. So if you're only having your shakes for breakfast and lunch and having a sensible dinner, you've already had all of the vitamins that your body needs for the entire day.
That's great. The hell with a one-a-day pill. I'd rather do that.
Right. Like, who wants to have a pill that they have to take and take it forever when you can just get your body right, get your body used to getting the right things into it, and to the point where it's rejecting things that it doesn't agree with. There are times when I have a little cheat day and I feel like I want a burger, or I want some fries. I want something fried. I want something that I'm not usually having because it's not the healthiest thing. My body rejects it. If I went and I did it just like 2 weeks ago, I got a Wendy's meal. I just felt like I wanted a spicy chicken sandwich. It did not agree with my body. My body knows now that that's poison, and it rejected it. So I'm not even gonna tell you how it rejected it, but nice little rejection at the end of the evening. Any more questions, comments? Blake, you want to tell them real quick about that protein bar, that little protein chocolate bar?
No, it's incredible. I didn't even know the bar had vitamins in it. And I'm really liking that. And I'm gonna I don't know who's listening in the room, but my story is I joined. I was grateful to join. They sent me a bunch of samples. I was supposed to sell the samples or give the samples away, and I ate them. Because once you start eating them, you just keep going and going and going. It's great. That's my personal experience, but I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah, you're supposed to sell the samples that we send you, but it's also not a bad thing. You're supposed to sell your samples to prospects. However, if you're a new client and you join as a distributor straight away without ever having the products, then what are you going to tell your clients? Hey, taste this. It's delicious. How do you know? Have you tried it? Well, no, I never had it before. You need to try your products. And believe me, you're going to fall in love with the products themselves, where you're going to become your own customer. I am my own client. I definitely get all of my products every 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, I have an order waiting right now that I need to push through from the shopping cart. It's a great company. I don't usually back companies, and MLMs wasn't my thing because I just, what people think about MLMs. But I've never been part of an organization where I was so proud to say that I was part of this organization, so proud to show off the results that I've been receiving, so proud to show off the products themselves. And I'm just blah, 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 Herbalife. You hear my son and you ask him about Herbalife, like he calls it, he's like, Mom, we have Herbalife everywhere. Herbalife in the kitchen, Herbalife in the bathroom, Herbalife clothes, Herbalife shake. Yes, that's what we do. We do Herbalife in this house. To the point where he's having Herbalife shakes now, chocolate banana Herbalife shakes. So that's my spiel. I'm not going to take any more of your time. Again, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm going to drop my email. I'll drop also a website so that you guys, if you haven't done it already, you can do a free wellness profile. So you can kind of see, you know, the type of products that would work for you and your goals, whether you want to gain, lose, or maintain. And then I'll also send some more information on how to become a distributor, or if you want to chat with me, you can always chat with me and we'll talk about the specifics about becoming a distributor and making all that money that my friend was talking about in my little video. Like I said with the guys, my stream of income has 4 more under it. How many do yours have? That's my time, guys.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before you go, I'm going to let you know the reason why I didn't agree with you was because it was a Wendy's spicy chicken and not a Popeye spicy chicken.
Or maybe I shouldn't have had fast food at all and I should have cooked like I always do. Maybe I should have had donuts and ice cream for dinner instead of a Wendy's sandwich.
Right. So guys, seriously, all jokes aside, I run a fitness company called Inspire Fitness. And for my fellas out there, I'm on Herbalife as well. And there's a program for those of you who are trying to build, you know, get in shape, stay in shape. We all use it. We're all on it. There's so many products. It's called Herbalife 24. The products are amazing. Again, they taste good. My wife comes up with all types of recipes, and it's really, really great for you. I mean, there's so many. Wes is taking these. There's a memory armor. You know, as entrepreneurs, I don't know if you can see that here. Here we go. Yeah, the green screen is kind of messing it up. These also entrepreneurs struggle with short-term memory, short-term memory loss. These are pills that say for short-term memory and attention, provides powerful benefits to achieve cognitive resilience as you age. Herbalife memory pills. How many of us need these right here?
I had to as soon as that's a brand new product. That's like hot off the shelf. And as soon as I got that new product, I got my husband 7 dozens of boxes because, and then like it's just ridiculous. He has to take these pills and he's taking them every day. I got them right on his desk. Like, take the pills. Within a month, you won't forget any of the little things that I asked you to do. Your honey-do list will get shorter.
Right, exactly. So no, for sure, definitely hit us up. We'll talk more about it. Obviously, it's another stream of income. This is something that we want to go ahead and build moving forward. Obviously, multiple streams of income. This is what tonight's show is about. These are only 2. She has 4 in her stream. These are 2 of ours. And if you've been on any of our other calls, you know we have multiple streams. So definitely reach out, and that's pretty much what it is. So we have Wes joining back in, but I mean, as for time, that's pretty much what we have for tonight. We do this meeting twice a month, every first and third Wednesday of the month. So we'll probably be back in November with this how to make money while you sleep. And again, if you have any questions, just reach out to us. We heard from Steve Ross earlier today. His number's in the chat. If you have questions about the whole becoming your bank, definitely contact us. We'll get you in touch with Steve Ross. If you want to know more about Herbalife, if you want to know more about the Life Designer Affiliate Program, which we have in place, that's another stream of income. If you want to know about health, wealth, and good credit, that's another stream of income. If you want to know more about, credit rental, that's another one of our streams of income. If you want to know more about how to get started with your first real estate, that's another stream of income. If you want to learn how to become the bank, and we talked about Steve Ross, I'm talking about you become an investor for your constituents and you make your money back plus half, that's another stream of income. And, I can go on for days. So definitely,
get wealthy.
Yeah, get healthy, get wealthy, and get your mind right.
Yeah, so that's health, wealth, and good credit. I was going to say,
it's a nice image right here.
You're not doing this by yourself, by the way.
Oh, I was going to say that too. I failed to mention that. Anyone who joins Herbalife or anything, any of the multiple streams that these wonderful gentlemen offer, we don't just send you out into the wild and say, hey, look, there's an ocean, go swim and figure out how to swim. No, we're gonna hand walk you the entire way. And speaking specifically with Herbalife, I'm gonna teach you the products that you need. I'm gonna teach you how to take them. I'm gonna show you the different varieties of things that we have. As far as a distributor, I'm going to show you how to market your products. I'm going to show you how to find those customers. I'm going to show you how to deal with rejection, how to spin that rejection into a sale. all of these things, we're always going to be available to help you grow, because when you grow, we grow, right?
Absolutely.
And I want to grow.
Absolutely. You guys kind of get where we're going here. You know, this is life designers, right? We don't call ourselves life designers for no reason. We design your life in every aspect. Financially fit, mentally fit, physically fit, all the way through. So again, like you said, we'll hold your hand all the way through. Whatever you need to know, we will help you get there. That's our motto. You can't do great things. You can't do greater things
if you're doing great things already.
Right? So with that, guys, I mean, if you guys have any questions before we go, that's all we got for tonight. We appreciate you guys joining. And let me hear from you. What do you got? Let's open up the floor.
Jennifer, you have a question. Frank, you have a question. Veronica, talk to us real quick.
Anything you want to know more about? You know, what do you take away from it? You know.
Well, it was very insightful as far as, you know, Herbalife seems like a very good product. I'm already using it, you know, and at some point I gotta join it, become an associate, you know. But
tomorrow.
You're right. You're right.
Let's do it tomorrow. Let's go.
At some point, it's a negative keyword.
That's procrastinating.
It's like using the word try, and you don't want to try. You're either gonna do it or you don't. And if you're gonna do something for somebody, and you say, "I'll try to do that for you," you know that's not gonna work. You're either gonna do it or you don't. That's bottom line.
True.
You know, Wes is gonna tell you how it is. You know, procrastination is the enemy of success. Right? That's what we all like. Procrastination is the enemy of success. Let's get it done now.
He said he's already a Herbalife customer.
Yes.
So this is my opportunity to show that I don't lie. Are they nasty? Are the shakes nasty?
Nah. I've been a user. I've been a user for the past 5 months, you know, and the shakes are good. But what were y'all saying about the donuts and all that?
The donuts.
You say they have the products also?
Well, wait, when you sign up as a distributor, no, I'm only joking. I can't give you all the plugs. No, there's a lot of things that you can do with Herbalife. You can incorporate them into your daily recipes. There's times when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like having a shake. I want to eat something. I want to chew something. Maybe I want some pancakes. So I'm gonna make Herbalife pancakes. Maybe yes. Who is distributor?
Come on, brother. We gotta
Who is your sponsor? They're not doing what they need to do. They're not doing what they need to do.
It's me. I'm not really, you know, I just go in, I buy what I buy. I buy my shakes, I buy the Prolessa. I get the multivitamin. You know, I just get what I get. I don't really like stop in and like conversate about it.
So you're not a preferred member then?
No.
He's a customer.
I'm a customer.
Do you know you can get 50% off on what you buy?
Don't lie. That's not what he's talking about. Okay, so a preferred membership. I wasn't going to touch on this, but I will now, because it's 5 months you've been paying full price when you could have been paying 20% off of everything that you sold. I mean, everything.
No. But my peeps that I buy from, they do cut me in on the deal or whatever a little bit. Yeah.
That's what they tell you.
Word, right? Word. Nah, you're right.
I'm just saying. Okay, and do they increase your deal? Because you know you start off at 20%. After you've accumulated 500 points, you go to 30%, and you go all the way up to 40% off. So at 5 months, you have 40% off right now, right?
No,
so
not at all. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I gotta get in there.
It's better. I mean, it's nice when you get your discount, you know, and your friend hooks you up. But in the long run, you want to be able to build your own empire.
Of course.
You're gonna want to be able to build it, because if he's giving you, or he or she are giving you their discount, that's great because you're saving money. But now, when you join as a distributor, you got to start from the bottom, way back at 20%, and you would have been.
I was just trying it out, you know what I'm saying? But turns out I like it, so I'm sticking with it. You know what I mean?
Awesome. So
soon is the time for me. It's very soon is the time for me to become an associate. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
You're absolutely right.
Member, because Okay, so not only do preferred members get the discounts, the preferred members have like these little programs where if you bought this much in a month, you'll get, certain products, certain rewards. And the rewards aren't like cheapy awards. They're good rewards. They're like blankets, towels, cups, bags. Pass me my bag.
Oh yeah. Show the bag. This bag is this bag is
sexy.
You say right now you're thinking like, all
this
right,
is my most recent reward.
What is that? A Coach bag?
This is my most recent reward.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, but you got
things.
Nice.
Your plug ain't plugging you into this. Your plug got a bag for you.
And check it out.
Word.
They
got a bag.
Well, it's gonna be a bag. Probably has Herbalife written all over it and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's
oh,
not
that's
that
nice.
tacky.
No, that's nice.
You know what I mean?
So there are things like this that you can also obtain by being a preferred member on your own. It'll come directly to you. You'll get your own discount. You won't need a plug anymore because you are the plug. You know what I mean? Like you got to get your own juice because that person. I don't want to speak too much on someone that I don't know. Mm-hmm. They're getting rewarded for purchasing products for you.
Well, I'm trying to just get my presence out there because I'm a shy guy. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm based on that background picture. I don't know about that. That background picture doesn't say you're shy at all.
Nah, I'm a shy guy. I'm not trying to get out there, be in people's faces. I realize with some of these products that I have to now to a certain extent, but I'm not generally the type of person that's like, yo, listen, let me holler at you.
I'm not that person.
Sign up with Herbalife. Sign up with Legal Shield. But now I'm forced to come out of my shell a little bit. You know what I mean? And
if you attend Life Designer master classes, we'll show you how to sell without selling.
Listen, you have to be bold for your success. You have to be bold for what you want in life, and you can't be ashamed about who's looking at you, what's going on. If you're not willing to go through that fire and get to the other side, no one's going to do it for you.
I don't like to sell either. I don't sound like I'm not a salesperson. I sound like a full-blown salesperson. I can't stand it. I don't like giving people things at full price. I don't like trying to get all the money that I can. I'm the worst salesperson in the world, right?
Yeah, me too. Me too. You know?
I hate it. I used to do something else in the past. I used to take pictures at Sears, and I used to have coupons in my back pocket for the moms with the kids because I can't charge this mother. You know what I mean? That's the type of salesperson I am.
Me too.
However,
I used to work there too.
Yeah, So with Herbalife, the cool thing with Herbalife is I've never ever in the history of Everness told someone, hey, let me holler at you. Let me tell you about this product that I sell. I wear my buttons, I have my shakes, and I show my results. I flaunt me because my best asset in this company is me. I have a before and I have an after, and it was all from Herbalife. You know what I mean? So all I do is post my pictures, post my shakes. I go to the salon with my shake and talk about how great my shake is. And people watch. People are watching. They might not say something today. They might not say something tomorrow, but you plant that seed. Sure enough, when they're looking at their gut, they're like, you know what? She was right. What you doing? What you working on? Let me tell you about what I'm working on.
Yeah. You're right.
The business is going to come to you. The business will come to you.
The beauty about
that's a fact. Most of the streams, I'm gonna tell you from my experience, they sell themselves because they're not a want, they're a need.
Right,
you need Herbalife, you need Legal Shield, you need Prime America, you need Life Designer. So I listen. I'm the best seller because I listen. People tell me their problem, and I recommend a resource. A solution to their problem, which is gonna fall in one of the streams.
The beauty about this particular stream of income is that you use the products correctly and you become a distributor, the results speak for themselves, really. Let's think about everything else. We're talking about Legal Shield and things like that. They're wonderful. Again, they are, money makers. But with Herbalife, you literally can show people what you've been doing.
You're your own billboard.
You're your own billboard. So you go from start to finish, and people you start posting, and you start doing your shakes. That's selling right there. You don't even have to speak to anyone, because if someone looks at you and you drop 50 pounds or you gain 50 pounds of muscle, they're going to ask what you did, and all you have to do is say, this is what I did. So this is a physical, representation of what what you were doing and what the product's all about. So that's why I love Herbalife. I don't have to say anything. It goes hand in hand with what I do and what we all do in regards to fitness. This is what we're taking. This is how it works.
Once they taste that shake, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. What's your favorite flavor? What flavor do you go to?
Mine, chocolate.
Chocolate only? You stay with chocolate? You haven't tried the banana caramel?
The pumpkin spice.
Nah.
With
I like
pumpkin spice?
Pumpkin spice is good too.
Pumpkin
Pumpkin
spice, banana
spice.
caramel, orange cream, dulce de leche, cafe latte, pralines and cream. I mean, am I talking dirty to you?
No, but I bought the cookies and cream, and I don't care for that one. It's
No?
like
That's one
it's
of my
like the
favorites.
texture turns to ice cream or something on you. You know.
That's one of my favorites.
Then that might be the one you might want to put on top of your Herbalife donut.
There you go.
What? Oh, you mean like if I'm eating a regular donut, just put a little Herbalife on it? You mean?
No,
Or-
no, that is not what I said. Strike that. Anyone who took that as a no, don't break that. When you make your Herbalife donuts, you can use the cookies and cream formula one to make a cookies and cream ice cream. Put that on your Herbalife donut. Don't be telling people out here I said go sprinkle some.
Just dip it in there.
The ladies are super savvy when it comes to the menu and the recipes. I mean, they've taken this to another level. I'm talking about my wife she made me install these 2 shelves on our dining room wall that has nothing but Herbalife. And every day she's having me taste these new shakes and these new recipes that she's kind of concocting together. Here, try this. What does that taste like to you? It tastes like a pumpkin donut. What? That's the name of it. Pumpkin donut. You know what I mean? Like,
She gave me a Prolessa shot. I was with her yesterday. She gave me a Prolessa shot. She's like, "Did you take your Prolessa shot today?" Because sometimes we take it in our shots. You know, we don't necessarily put it in our shakes. I said, "No, I didn't have a
What do you
Prolessa
put
shot
it in
today."
water? What do you put it in water?
Just Prolessa, just the powder itself, just the powder itself.
yeah.
And it's weird when you first do it because it's kind of like the cinnamon challenge because it doesn't dissolve quickly. But once you get used to it, but she made me a Prolessa shot. It was I don't know what it was, but I swear it was like she said it was a cinnamon pumpkin, some sort of glazed donut Prolessa shot. That's what it was. And when I tell you I was so mad that it was only a shot, I was I'm gonna drop my IG so you can see me taking the shot. Like I was so mad.
So listen,
God.
really, guys, just to get back to really what it's all about. I mean, her particular company, Cocina de Noli, is all about taking the things that we love to eat on a daily basis. Maybe it's the normal foods like fried chicken, rice and beans, whatever it is, and maybe our guilty pleasures like ice cream and donuts and things like that, and really finding a healthy alternative so we can still enjoy the things we love to eat, but not have that guilty feeling after we eat it. And it's really good for our bodies. So that's really what her company does. I mean, I come over here, honestly, it's 5-star, 5-quality restaurant food all the time. I mean, this guy guy's eating all types of things every night. He has a full home cooked meal every night, and every day it's something that is good for you, something that's healthy. And again, you can eat
But how y'all
beans.
stay so slim eating like that, man?
And Wesley,
Herbalife.
Like I said, things that we love to eat and find that healthy.
That's so he touched on another stream of income that I have. It's my company, Cocina de Noli. And my thing is that we as a people, our particular people, I don't know everybody's color here, but our particular people, we eat hefty. We eat rich. That's our culture. We're used to piling on the plates, and until the plate is not falling over, then that's not your plate. You can't serve that to somebody, right? If your rice is not falling off and you got to walk real slow because the chicken's gonna fall off, that's how we used to serving.
That's
people.
a teaser. You try to tease somebody with you gotta give them a real plate. You know?
So what I wanted to do is try and figure out how to still enjoy those things while still being healthier. So for example, I'll give a tad of a secret, and it's like small things that you can do, like baked ziti. Baked ziti is horrible. It's cheesy, it's pasta, it's all types of meat, ground beef. So with my ziti, I use wheat noodles. So I've already taken calories off there, right? I use part skim or skim milk cheese.
Okay.
I make my own sauce from scratch from fresh tomatoes. I use ground turkey instead of ground beef.
Okay.
The first time I made this, nobody knew that it was the lighter version of baked ziti. I'm like, wait, I may be onto something. They couldn't even taste the difference. And it was already, I haven't done a comparison on the calories, but it was at least, 75% less than, or at least half the calories as a regular baked ziti with that fatty cheese and that.
And it tastes amazing. Oh my God, the taste is amazing. So
Cocino de nole. And it's coquito season, by the way.
Oh man.
That's for next week. Next week I'll talk about my coquito.
Okay.
But anybody have any questions for any of us? Veronica, Jennifer, you guys still here with us?
Yeah, they're here.
But anyway, anything you do, you just want to make it a lifestyle. If you're going to be successful at it, just incorporate it in your world and make it a lifestyle. Hey, Jennifer, you're on. You must have a question.
She's like, just because I started my camera doesn't mean I have a question.
Oh, okay.
She said, delete, abort.
Only thing I kept waiting to hear if y'all was gonna say it had, this is giving away my own ailments. I didn't hear whether or not y'all had anything that's good for joints. And
yes, we do.
Things
you know
like
what? Take my information down. You can text me, and I'll tell you about the things that we have specifically for joints. We have things specifically for joints, for bone health. Yes.
I got
We have it for all. For diabetes, if you're gluten-free, we have gluten-free products. For vision, we have brain health. We have circulatory health.
There's 1,000 products. Veronica.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just walked in my house. I was traveling. I'm sorry. Everything sounds so delicious. Yeah, I'm thinking about that Herbalife now.
You want to say bye?
It's the best thing. I really enjoy it. And then I think the best part for me as a woman, as the head of my family, is I'm married to a Black man. They die of heart attacks and high blood pressure. I can't. I have 2 young Black little boys. I cannot. We need to be healthier. I signed up to be married for life, and I'm looking for it to be a long contract. I wasn't gonna do it alone. And I wanted to make sure also that I had the kids, just geared and programmed. Like, we don't eat that. We eat this. That's not how we eat things. We don't, I just want to build a healthier lifestyle for my family. And hey, why not get some coin while we're at it, right?
Right.
You see where we're going?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's it, man. If you guys don't have any more questions, we're gonna shut it down because it's past 8 o'clock.
It is.
And I got dinner waiting, by the way. What did you cook today?
I'm here.
I made
I hope you made enough.
I pressure cooked a roast beef with carrots and butternut squash and corn.
Okay, I'm out of here, guys.
And I'm staying over for dinner. You want to say
It was
bye?
a pleasure talking to all of you guys. Again, my contact is in the chat. Hit me up whenever. Follow me on Instagram. We can talk in DM. I'm here. Like I said, I'm here from cradle to grave until the day that you say I don't want Herbalife anymore or you're not here anymore. That's when our relationship ends.
No doubt. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Hold on. Before we leave, we have a light designer in the making that wants to talk and wants to say something before we leave. What were you saying?
Look at the camera.
Look at the camera. They're looking. They're waiting to see what you want to say.
Money is not more important. That's why they choose life designer as a name.
That's right. Money's not everything, right?
Money's not more important. That's why we choose the name Life Designer, because we're all about the life. Right?
That's your closing comment.
Boom.
Come on, give me the handshake. You know it.
I can't. I'm gonna cry.
Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for rocking out.
Thank you guys.
I love you guys.
Have a great evening.
Come on, you ready?
Bye-bye.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.